Morning, people. Let me just say before I start this video that my son is in his room and hopefully he does not get loud or scream. He's playing his tablet, which he is not supposed to be doing. The rules of our household is that he is supposed to get up, brush his teeth, wash his face, make his bed, right? He's got a chart of 4 or 5 things that he needs to do before he touches anything electronic. So he is soon to be angry with me, right? Because I'm going to kick him off of that. But I wanted to do this video first before my mood shifts, right? So, enough of those random moments. I was just sitting here thinking about and really reflecting on my life and reflecting on one thing in particular. Thinking about the thing that I've longed for the most in my life. The thing that I've longed for most when I look back over the course of my life. So I'm 35, right? And I've had a lot of different experiences. And I haven't always been able to put this into words, but when I look back, the thing that I've always longed for is healing. Really wholeness, right? I've had a lot of what I'll call traumatic or dysfunctional is probably the best way to put it, experiences, right? Throughout the course of my life. And at some point, I should probably tell my entire story. Not today, it's early. And the experiences that I've had have left me broken, right? Into pieces and just all kinds of dysfunctional. So just to kind of give you some context, so both of my parents have struggled with addiction. So I did not grow up with either one of those people, right? My mother had us all, we were all separated, right? Removed by DCS and went with different family members to be raised. I've met my father a handful of times. I think when I was much younger, I was around him a bit more frequently, but not often, right? So I haven't seen him in 25 years. I don't know. So I don't know him. Have never known him. I was molested as a very, very young age. I was raped as a teenager. I was in a domestic violence relationship as an adult. I have been cheated on, and I don't know him, just so we're clear. I got a list of experience, right? So I got pregnant when I was really young. I was 14. I've got a whole list of experiences. I was raised by a mother. She's actually my aunt, right? And she took me in. This is such a hard story to tell, right? Because I would hate for people to take these things personal that I'm saying. But they're facts about my life, right? They're facts. They're not really to be negotiated. But my aunt who raised me wasn't very loving, right? She loved me, let me be very clear, but she wasn't very loving. And so that came with a lot of judgmental criticism, kinds of things, which added a whole nother layer to our life. So needless to say, I've had my fair share of dysfunction, and I'm just sitting here reflecting on how whole I am at 35, right? It's been a heck of a journey. Let me just pause there and say, I have made a million mistakes. I have bumped my head a trillion times. I have done some things that have not been helpful to me. Listen to me. But as I sit here and look at 35, I think about how whole I am, how much I've learned to love myself, how much I've learned to love other people, how much I've learned to forgive, how much I have peace, how much I get to just be authentically me, how much happier I am, just reflecting on this journey of recovery, right? This journey of wholeness. And when I think about it, I think about how much God loves me, right? Like, it's crazy. The key to my wholeness has been God, right? Like, I realize that everybody that watches my video is not a Jesus freak. And I get that, right? But for me, and when I look back at how God has blessed me and how I got to being more whole and loving myself and having confidence, and it has been all God, because God has loved me even when I didn't love myself. And He has the ability to put people in my life, put situations in my life, lessons in my life that allow me to grow, that allow me to move a different direction and really accept me as I am, right? As well as fix the things that I'm not happy about. So I just really wanted to take a moment to tell someone who may need to hear it, who has been through all kinds of dysfunction, God is waiting on you, right? He loves you. And the process of healing takes a long time, right? God's love is not like some kind of magic wand that heals all things, in that it's not like it's going to just go from this Tuesday to next Tuesday, you're good to go now. It's a magic wand in that it does the impossible, right? So if you know nothing about God, find a person who you can get up under and just ask them questions, and find a church that you can learn from until you can make a clear decision, right? And if you already know God, then figure out how you go deeper, right? Again, getting up under people and finding a church and listening to videos and music and whatever it takes, but keep walking, because my personal opinion is that your healing, your blessing, your wholeness from the things that you've been through, the pain that you've been through, is in God. So that's my brief word for today. Have a great day, people. Peace.